when are you gonna come back with a new video? Welcome to my new video, asshole. Guess who's back from the dead? Welcome to the Renaissance. It's like the Renaissance, but better. I'm back on YouTube. Welcome to my life. Today, I wanted to talk about something dearly special to my heart. Something that has rued over my life for many a year, and will continue to do until the day I die. I love a good horror remake. Fuck me, I love a good horror remake. You know what? There are a lot of movies in this world. And usually, in the traditional sense of like an action or a comedy, I am against remakes. I think it is lazy, and I think that anyone who does do them needs to reinvent themselves as a person. So, welcome to my video about horror remakes and the ones I like and the one I didn't, and the one I thought was really weird and didn't realize it was a remake until after I was done filming the video. Today we're going to be talking about a remake from 2005, House of Wax. We're going to talk about another remake that came out in the 70s, 1978's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and we're going to talk about a forbidden, underground, underrated remake of a movie, also from the 70s, 1971 specifically, I think. That's what Wikipedia said, so I would tell you the title, but I'd rather keep it a secret. Make it fun, you know? I'm sorry, this is so weird for me. I've never done live action before, so, let's, get into the numbers, or whatever Ray Williams says.
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia. When you're in the party, bumping that beat. 666 with a princess streak. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia.
Okay, my copy's a bit busted, so we'll make it work. Okay. So first movie we're gonna talk about is House of Wax from 2005 with Jared Padalecki and Paris Hilton. Would not be the last time that they star on screen together. Anyways, listen. I should preface it by saying I'm not talking about the originals. If you want to go watch the original House of Wax from like 1940 something, I want to say, go do that. If you want to go watch the 60s version of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, great. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna talk about the remakes and the remakes exclusively and how they hold up on their own. So, let's start off with a brief description on the concept of the House of Wax. So it follows the usual format of like scary movies. It's these group of fucking teenagers on the side of the road going to this concert thing, and I believe their car breaks down. Okay? Naturally, after staying a night in the woods, their car breaks down. So they go to this neighboring town, right? They go to this neighboring town, and it seems like a quaint little place, very empty for the middle of the day. But hey, what do we care? Let's go find a mechanic. So they're looking all around this town, and they come across one dude, dude, and he happens to be the mechanic. And he's like, well, like welcome to our quaint little town. I'll invite you back to my place to totally not get murdered and stabbed. Which, like, okay. So they discover this titular House of Wax while on the way to this guy's place, and it's a wax museum. Essentially, it's a Madame Tussauds wax museum. You want to know what's in the wax figures? Dead people! Welcome to the horror movie part. The wax people are dead. And their corpses are just covered in wax. So they're wax figures now. Something bad childhood. I don't know. Anyways. I would talk. That's a general synopsis. I recommend you watch this movie. This is for a remake. As a remake that stands on its own. Holy shit! Oh my god, it's so good. And I'm not just saying that because they play an MCR song at the end for the end credits. That's a different thing. But it's so trashy. There we go. It's so trashy. Like, I can't even bring it into words how trashy this movie is. And I think the real appeal for House of Wax for me is that it is trashy. It is trashy. It is campy. It is not camp. It's not camp. It is camp-y. See the difference? Well, I mean, this could be camp if you believe in that enough. But I mean, hey, the acting is not good. Not good, like, at all. It is so bad. You can tell people are trying, okay? I give them this. You can tell people are trying and that they want to be there. They just don't have any real acting experience, you know? So I love where this movie is coming from. And I think the main two serial killers, yes, there are two, are sexy as hell. Does that benefit the movie experience for me? Kinda. The fact that the main mechanic one, whose name I completely forgot, is in it, is... I don't know what that was, but yeah. I love that man. Vince? Is that his name? The one with the facial deformity? I like him too. They can both get it. They can both break into my house and kill me. Thank you. You're welcome. God, the gore. I forgot about the gore. Oh, the gore. The gore. This movie gets fucking crazy. Okay? There's one part that I want to point out that I absolutely hate because it plays into a fear that I have. Every time I walk upstairs, it's not like a fear. It's not like a phobia, but it's like a little voice in the back of my head that says, yeah, this might happen. There's a part where Jared Padalecki's character is in the mechanic's house and he's like snooping around, like being a little rat, as I would be. It's a random stranger's house. I want to know a little bit about it. I'm just going to look through your drawers, see what I can find, steal some stuff. I don't know. And he gets his ankle slashed. Like, I'm talking full Achilles, just right down the center. I know, it's a little moment, right? And when compared to how they prolong his anger and his, torture, like, to start off with some ankle slashing does not bode well in my book. At all. No. Especially because it's Jared Padalecki, and I love him. Have I ever seen Supernatural? No. I refuse to watch Supernatural. I don't get the appeal of Supernatural. I've tried to. God forbid I've tried. I cannot get through the first season to save my life. Shout out to the gay people, though, who were into Super Hulock. I got, like, halfway there. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, I was very big into Sherlock when I was in, like, 6th grade, but that's a story for another day. On to the next movie that I want to talk about. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse the cover because I bought this one cheap as fuck. So it doesn't have the original poster, it just has this. This is it. It's made out of the world's flimsiest case in the history of cases. I'm squeezing this. Should not be able to squeeze it. It's so boring. I love the concept for Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I love it. Okay, it's about these alien things that come to take over humans' bodies, wrap them up in cocoons, and take over their brains. Right? Before I continue, R.I.P. Donald Sutherland, you did a slay job in this. I'm very happy. Now, concept is great. I give them that. Okay, alien takeover, cool. Replacing a version of you that isn't you, cool, terrifying, love it. This fucking movie's what, from the 70s? 1978. This cusp of the turn of the decade, right? We're veering on 80s, right? Just because your movie is low budget does not mean it has to be bad. Am I calling Invasion of the Body Snatchers bad? No, not necessarily. Granted, I've heard the 1960s version is infinitely better than this stuff. Hey, am I gonna watch that? No. I'll watch it when I get bored enough to watch it. So, let me make that very clear. Now, the original reason that I watched this version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers is because your girl was briefly obsessed with Jeff Goldblum. If you've been on this channel long enough, you would know that. If you're watching it for Jeff Goldblum's first ever role, he's in the movie for about 4 minutes, and then he fucking dies. Spoiler alert, he dies. Straight up, he just dies. Like, I mean, I get the main point is, like, Leonard Nimoy and fucking Donald Sutherland are in this, not Jeff Goldblum. But, like, that's kind of like a partial reason that everybody watches Invasion of the Body Snatchers. If not for Donald Sutherland, they watch it for fucking Jeff Goldblum, who's in it for 4 minutes as a side character who dies. I love the ending. There we go. I have to say something nice. I love the ending. The ending is great, and I will continue to eat up parodies of the ending of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers until the day I die.
Oh, Jeff, thank God! Thank God, surely it's just you and me now! Jeff?
Till the day I die. I mean, but this will be a great segue for us. Because I want to talk about schlock. I want to talk about horrible... Listen. I, as previously stated, I love horror movies. I've loved horror movies until the day I die. However, I draw the line with some of you. Okay? I have what I've dubbed the John Waters philosophy, where the worst crime your movie can be is boring. Horror remakes, stop being boring. That is my only gripe that I have about horror remakes, is that half of them are so unnecessary. Right? What am I thinking of? Fear.com and Pulse? There's this Japanese film called Pulse, and it's about these kids whose friends keep dying of, like, suicide, and they're, like, wondering what connects this all, and it's like a evil internet type thing. Yeah, the closest thing to a remake we got of that is either the one with Kristen Bell, that bitch from The Good Place, that one, or Fear.com, and fuck, Fear.com is so fucking boring. Holy shit, it is so, oh my god, it's so boring. The movie's so boring. I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes because I didn't know where the fuck they were going with it. I also get it that it's a haunted website or whatever, but like, can you speed it up a little bit? I'm fucking bored. I don't want to listen to these people doing a police procedural. I don't care about the dead people. I care about the haunted website that is murdering people called fear.com. Will I still buy the movie on DVD when it comes across my lap? Yes, I will. Yes, the fuck I will. Now, okay, listen. I have seen Charlie's Angels. I've seen the remake of Charlie's Angels with Drew Barrymore and Sam Rockwell. I love Sam Rockwell. I love him, but I've seen it. And naturally, I had a crush on the guy who played one of the evil guys, whose name I completely forgot because it's been forever since I've seen that movie. Crispin Glover. Welcome to Willard. You'll never guess what this movie's about. So it stars Crispin Glover as this emotional shut-in, very Norman Bates type, right? Loves his mom, takes care of his mother, goes to work at a job, at this desk job that he has, where he's not very good, but he inherited the job because his father died, right? You know what else Willard can do? Communicate with rats. The homeboy talks to rats. This sweet angel, this boy, talks to rats. And you can imagine what happens from there. I mean, fuck, the movie's fucking crazy, though. So, there are two big rats that you need to know about before watching this movie, okay? You need to know about Socrates, and you need to know about Big Ben, because they are the angel and the devil in Willard's mind, so to speak. Big Ben is this big fucking honking ass, like, probably could fit in the palm of my hand. No, well, he could probably fit my whole fucking hand. He's this big fucking guy who basically is the villain of the movie, the unofficial villain of the movie. Like, there are many other villains, but he's the main one. He's a rat, and he's the main villain. And the whole appeal about Big Ben is that he's a brute, and that he, takes what he wants. Whatever. Well, Socrates is this actual tiny little mouse. He's this tiny little white mouse who is kind of the smart one of the group. Very kind, very gentle. Don't get too attached to any of these rats, because half of them die by the end of the movie. Sorry, don't get emotionally attached to the rats. Especially Socrates. There's one part towards the end of the movie that, hello, spoilers, where the boss, Willard's boss, beats the shit out of it. Beats the shit out of Socrates. It is one of the most heartbreaking movie, it's so, this movie almost emotionally destroyed me. And it's a movie about Crispin Glover talking to rats. Yeah, if you need a reference, there's Big Ben right there. And if you look really closely, right there's the world's most traumatizing scene on the planet of the Earth. Fuck you, that guy. I mean, they end up getting him 3 times. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, but this is kind of like Ratatouille if there were more of them. It's not that he's controlled by the rats. It's that he controls the rats. It's kind of like a hive mind situation, where there's another part that I absolutely love, where Willard tells all of his rats to chew through the door of his boss's house and absolutely fuck up his tires. Like, I'm talking full throttle, fuck up his tires. I love this movie so much. And I discovered it completely on accident, too, right? This is the lovely thing about going to thrift stores. If you take away anything from this video, is that horror movie remakes are awful and bad, but I love them. And that you should go buy a DVD player, buy some DVDs, buy your favorite movies on DVD, because DVD is forever. Streaming is temporary, DVD is forever. Because I bought this at a thrift store. I was so weirdly attracted to it because I saw the spine, right? And it's a picture of the cover. It's a horror thriller. And then I looked at the back, read the summary. For years, Willard Stills has been trapped in a dead-end job with no friends and no future. Willard's life seems hopeless until he makes an eerie discovery. He shares a powerful bond with the rats that dwell in his basement. I read that and was like, holy shit, I need to go buy this movie immediately and then go watch it immediately after. This movie, it is best if you go in knowing nothing. It's best if you walk in blindly, don't really know what you're expecting other than rats. I don't know what to tell you, it's a great fucking movie. And honestly, for a movie about how rats are like the devil, right? And how you should quit your dead-end job. It's so good. It's so trashy in a weird way because some of the acting in it is like abysmal. But like, for example, Crispin I keep wanting to call him Christian. Crispin Glover, his performance is so, I want to say laughably bad. It's so, he has such a, Crispin Glover has this certain way of speaking that is oddly methodical, like, especially as Willard, because he talks in this, like, he talks like it's a smooth river bend, right? Throw in some clips of Willard talking.
Oh, well, Ms. Leach, it seems that, someone, this girl... Hey, Socrates, it's been a bad day. Tired, Socrates. It's so good. It's so good. I have a friend. See, he wants to say goodbye to you.
This man has such a manner of speaking that you're almost, one, weirdly attracted to it, and two, you're so moved by his performance. I hate to keep fucking talking about this like I have a fucking stick up my ass, but I'm serious. This movie is so fucking good for no fucking reason. It's a movie about rats. It's about rats and a man. Hot, pathetic man. If you love hot, pathetic men, there we go. If you like hot, pathetic men who have friends with rats, Willard is your movie. Please go watch Willard. I'm so desperate for friends of Willard. I need people to watch this movie. I need people to watch this movie. This is like, I should make a video about like laughably bad horror movies. Cause here you go. Here's your fucking title character, right next to fucking Reanimator or some cheesy schlock that I find like the. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. The video's not over. Hello, this is Editing Hope, and you're probably wondering what the whole point of this video was. The point is that there is no point. It is just enjoy what you want to enjoy. I mostly just wanted an excuse to talk about schlocky horror movies and how much I love them. Okay, now here's the outro.